and welcome to Betty on the Go. I'm Betty Gudel. Today we're going to be giving you another alternative therapy treatment for your child who may have ADD or ADHD without using any kind of medical drugs. We're going to be having Sandra, who is a biofeedback and energy technician specialist, and we're also going to be having Sun from Sun's Acupuncture and Wellness Center, who is an acupuncture specialist, and she specializes in traditional Chinese medicine. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
You're watching Exist TV, broadcasting live from downtown Windsor, from the Windsor Downtown Business Accelerator, and this is Betty on the Go with Betty Gudel. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Betty on the Go. I'm your host, Betty Gudel, and today we have with us our very special guests, Sandra and Sun from Sun's Acupuncture and Wellness Center. Today we're going to be discussing biofeedback, and I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what exactly is biofeedback. Sandra, you can explain that a little bit better.
Yes, biofeedback is a type of energy therapy. Last week we were discussing acupuncture with meridians and channels and so forth. So it uses the principles of acupuncture. But if we were perhaps to give our listeners a better idea, we could think of an EKG or device. And what an EKG does is that it monitors the electrical activity patterns of the heart and then graphs them for the practitioner to read. And it's done through sensors. In biofeedback, we utilize a harness which goes around the head, as well as harnesses for the wrist and the ankles, which are specific meridian points. So
when you mean meridian points, what exactly do you mean by meridian?
Okay. Do you want to?
So they have a specially to tie down the point, which the point can be reading your body energy move. See, we are on the wrist and the ankle. So the wrist, there's the lock is your heart, your pericardium meridian.
Okay.
Okay, which is it can be measure your pulse, and pulse is the form of energy. And on your ankle, their point is the point called the spleen and number 6, which is measure your kidney, and the spleen your liver. So it's a different kind of form, energy, and the frequency. So they can read into your body and connect to the computer and the device.
So once these, we have this, so as I was saying with the EKG, they have the sensors. We're utilizing these harnesses. And the body is scanned, and but that's really where the difference stops with an EKG and biofeedback, because an EKG is a read-only device, where biofeedback also has the ability to send information back to the body. So it's sending back balanced frequency to try and coach and retrain the body to behave differently.
So make an example. So when the people have the pain, we say the headache, headache or pain. So they will show the frequency. So normally we have a body balance. We say yin yang, there's a balance. They're on the level. When you have the pain, they show the frequency can be really out of control.
Very erratic.
Really on the control.
Especially for migraines.
Yes.
So that's the out of control, the frequency. So which is the device, the biofeedback, when they are reading this kind of frequency, and also they send back correct the frequency to manage where involved the frequency to make you calm down. That's why people say, oh, my headache feel better.
Yeah, it's true, because I did have biofeedback, and I was completely amazed because a typical treatment is 1.5 hours, right?
Well, your first treatment is
Okay.
your first session. Actually, it's not a. We don't refer to it as a treatment, but
Okay.
your first session is 1.5 hours, because there's a lot of intake. There's a lot of dialogue about what your concerns are, what you're looking for, as well as explanation. And then at the end, there's we try to leave you feeling very empowered and educated about your body, giving you suggestions for diet or exercise or things that you couldn't do differently to help what your concerns are.
Well, I was very amazed because when I did come in, you found all these little pains and ailments that I really did have. So that way you can kind of, I guess, zero in and deal with those issues, right?
Yes, definitely. It really provides you with an education and getting to know your body. It empowers you. It's a great feeling of empowerment. But it's very similar to if you try to understand, to make the connection with the EKG. But again, an EKG is a read-only device, and biofeedback not only addresses the heart, Betty, but it also addresses 7,000 other key areas of the body, including our emotions.
And those are huge for everything: tummy problems, headaches, backaches.
Now, Sun takes a very unique approach with her biofeedback, because she takes a traditional Chinese medicine approach, which is very unique. So when we're looking at it, we're just not looking at the symptom. We're looking for the root of the problem. We're looking as the mind, the body, the spirit as a whole. We're just not addressing the physical. Because our emotions do impact our well-being, whether we realize it or not.
That's true. Now, with people and children, because we know as adults we still have ADD, and there are many adults who are undiagnosed, and children with ADHD, acupuncture is a little bit scary for them. So this is another alternative to acupuncture.
Yes.
Right?
So this can be help the problem. It's getting bigger number now, because ADD, ADHD we believe have an issue with the digest system, and also there's a genetic can be, and digest issue. So they may realize, but we found they may be constipation. They may be not eating properly, or they have a house to digest food. And also they have a sleeping problem. Sleeping, that's pretty, and
very common.
Anxiety and stress. With this and the children, so for sure, acupuncture needle is not available for them. And I have a 2 years old boy to get acupuncture. That's so cool. And so the mother and really talk a lot. And you see, 2 years old, and there's a 4 years old, and some children they able to get a little 1 or 2, but we have very gentle, very light, and but most they not. So we don't want to make them feeling hurt.
Yeah.
So biofeedback is really to coach and to help to balance internal and the deep the cost. We have a good result, good result, and to help these children. And when the children come in, so they like sit on the pad. The pad, when we are connect to the computer and device, there's the
Sensor.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to use the harnesses.
No, so it's really a very innovative and calming therapy for young children, because we try to give them an environment that's fun. So we will have a pad set out where they can sit and play, whether it be blocks or coloring, or older children just reading, to create an environment where they feel very safe, Betty, and open to getting to know their bodies, open to getting to know their feelings, and understanding themselves. So it's a wonderful gift to provide to a young person, because we can only imagine how we would be if we had that knowledge when we were young.
You know what? That's pretty interesting. So the children, the first time they come, they want to know what's that or that. And after each time, they start to talk a lot about their feeling. How about the school? How's their stomach or feeling? So you know that sometimes they're not talk to their parents, but they talk to us. And we really do feel they are open to the kind of children. So we need they talk. We need they will tell their feeling. Sometimes we found the parent may be too busy to listen to that, and at least they are able to tell how school. Okay, I like household homework. I like this course, or I don't. I like sports or something, and we coach to tell how you're going to tolerate this kind of stress. And if they say that when children tell, I don't like eat lunch, we say for what reason? Because I don't want other children to say I'm either too healthy or different kind. I said, okay, so how you're going to pack your lunch with your mother together and tell your mama what you want. But don't forget, eat a little healthy. So it's not say right away, a little move forward good. And before the children did not eat lunch. It's not gradually they eat a little. So we see there's an improvement. You see improvement.
And I think from the parents' perspective is they're seeing open communication. They're seeing a child that is calmer, that is expressing their concerns. And so it's like a beautiful blossoming flower.
We're going to go to a commercial, and we're going to be right back. We're going to talk a little bit more with biofeedback and get some more answers, because it's very, very interesting. And we'll be right back after these commercials.
Sounds off. Commercial is coming. 3.
So,
You're watching Exist TV broadcasting live from downtown Windsor for the Windsor Downtown Business Accelerator, and this is Better on the Go with Betty Gudel. We'll be right back.
and how does it actually?
Don't let your business challenges intimidate you. In the accelerator, you are not alone. With its state-of-the-art concept and location, you get the best environment to start your business. You have access to open desk or private offices for you to start your new business. Also, you have access to lounge, kitchen area, reception, meeting rooms to receive your clients, and support from entrepreneurs in residence and other entrepreneurs at the Downtown Windsor Business Accelerator. By entrepreneurs, for entrepreneurs. This is the place for your new business. Come and visit and see for yourself.
You are watching Exist TV broadcasting live from downtown Windsor for the Windsor Downtown Business Accelerator at 720 OLED, and this is Better on the Go with Betty Gudel. We'll be right back.
Hi, you're watching Betty on the Go. I'm your host, Betty Gudel. We're live streaming here at 720 Willette, so if you want to give us a little wave at the window, come by and do so. I have my two special guests, Sandra and Son from Son's Acupuncture and Wellness Center at 1923 University Avenue. And we're going to be talking about biofeedback. Cancer. I think everybody knows a few people who've had cancer, whether it be in their family, friends, co-workers. It's a very daunting experience, and people who are going through that, and not just people who are going through it, their family members, need a lot of support. So how does biofeedback work with cancer treatment?
Well, it's a wonderful support therapy, Betty. And we know the chemotherapy cocktails, the radiation, the side effects that we can have from these drugs. So it's a great support on the body, whether it be to help them with appetite stimulation, for their nutrition, whether it be to help them with insomnia, or for cleansing of the body.
So how does that help with cleansing of the body?
Well,
You see, when the people have a chemotherapy or radiation, there's a lot of chemical try to kill cancer cell. But in the meantime, they are kill the good cell. So that's everybody know. Okay, and they have a lot big side effect. People can be nausea, can be dizzy, can be no appetite. What that means? That means the chemical attach your body liver and the kidney. So that's the toxicity. So which is we body we don't need. Okay, we only need the part of kill the cancer cell, but so far we could not do that.
No.
So that's we body have to know where the toxicity going. So we body in that period of time, we need to balance your immune system to support your body certain organ for sure. Your kidney need a strong, to flush your blood, and also your liver. Try to need to work well to try to wash your blood. And meantime, your appetite, your digestive system, either your large intestine, should move well to pass good bowel movement. Either in that period of time, people have a symptom with diarrhea or constipation. Even people take a lot of drug for pain. So with the cancer, that's the last, really painful, take a so strong medication, pain. But the side effect, they said, I'm not going to bowel movement for a few days. When you bow back up, so what you're going to do? You have a bad breath, so that's deep sitting.
Pain.
Oh, no appetite, that for sure. And you burp because they're all inside the energy move wrong direction. You so suffer because we treat a lot of cancer patients. We help them. In that period of time, biofeedback, either acupuncture or people more choose a biofeedback because they're not much trauma for the pain. They already had a pain. We're not going to say, hey, there's a little pain.
And it's so relaxing because when I did it with you, I couldn't believe that an hour was up. It really felt like, honestly, 10 minutes. I couldn't believe it was an hour.
And Betty, I guess, when you get that diagnosis of cancer, the emotion, the fear
really
that is involved, and biofeedback is very effective in helping with our emotions, helping to understand that what emotions that we're even feeling, because it's just a whirlwind of emotion sometimes. So it's very effective there, and it's very calming. And perhaps it'd be a good time to mention a very unique feature that we have with biofeedback, which is called metaspace, or long distance. And it's not a feature that is for everyone. It's not something that everyone would choose to utilize, but we have a very wide clientele, which is overseas, out of country, in hospital.
That's right. A lot of people cannot physically make it out anywhere.
So we are able to calibrate their energy and have a traditional session that we would in office, in the comfort of wherever they are. So how? That's the question. How? And so I'd like you to think about a GPS, or I'd like you to think about a cell phone. There is that connection between you and I if we're speaking on a cell phone, but there isn't that physical attachment. And the principles of Metaspace are the same with the cell phone and the GPS that are used. And so it gives us that ability. We will arrange a time with a client and speak about their concerns, and then have the session and later provide them feedback either via email or telephone conversation. So it's a wonderful feature for those that are at end of life, or those that are simply not able to make in for an office visit.
And so how is the energy transmitted without this?
Okay,
harnesses.
so Betty,
I'm
yeah, you do not understand that. Okay, so Betty, you see, so we're talk. So we're talk. You're able to receive a message from me, right?
Yes.
Right? Okay, so that's the voice. What a voice have a frequency,
okay.
right? The frequency. Okay, this is the frequency travel to you body, travel to your brain. Is
So
that right?
even think of someone who, Betty, in that example, who is deaf. They still can have the vibration
Yes, very
of
much
her
so.
voice, again, which is that frequency. So once your information is calibrated in our system, whether you are at 1923 University Avenue West or you're in Beijing, China, we are able to make that attachment with the energy and the frequency.
And how many treatments for the average person would you suggest? It once a week, twice a week?
Okay, this is very depend your case, depend you. So we are suggest so the after first treatment, if you can follow in once a week, or some case, so like a pain control, and maybe need a little more frequency, little frequent treatment, frequent visit, and after we make an example, see, for the cancer patient, and when they are really painful, they don't want to take any pain medication, they call us in 24 hours to let us to do the job, help them control the pain. That work. That work. Sometimes we are called maybe by the pretty late night. So see, this is really painful. We don't want to take a pain medicine. Would you help? Okay, we are saying we are going to try, and after maybe an hour later, so they are able to sleep.
Very
And
nice. It's comforting.
so we are after talk maybe the next day, and to feedback on every information, and there maybe need a following the treatment is later. And also the children, for the children ADD, ADHD, so we'll suggest once a week, once a week. Yeah.
And in conjunction with the biofeedback, do you offer any homeopathic medicines or herbs
And
for digestive?
and in the time, so they may bring the supplement. They may ask us, and if they take some supplement, even they said, okay, for this children, we take a multivitamin for the children. We will say, okay, would you to bring this supplement, let us to use a device to test to see how good are these children. Because the market is so many supplements.
So many, and
so
many fillers.
many. And good for somebody, not good for everybody.
Yeah.
Just remember.
So individualistic. So energetically, we can test if a product, what value it has for the body.
It's almost orthomolecular.
Yeah, if they really need, if we have a supplement, we can recommend to them to help to individual.
Especially for liver cleanses and different things.
Yeah,
right?
so you said for the cancer patient, the number one we help to move lymph system. That's the big number one we help them move. Some patient, they really do feel their energy to the body, and there's the energy moved. Yes. So either for, I will tell the story for myself. I do use the device to help my weight control. And why I feel there's a tension in the upper stomach or lower abdomen. So I push it, I gave some point and work for myself, I do feel there's the energy just like relaxed.
A release.
Yes, relaxed. Yes.
Would you also consider that therapeutic touch? In
Yes,
kind of a way?
if you understand Reiki.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you understand Reiki is not touch you, but there's an energy, the person give you energy to move, like a Qigong. If you believe Qigong without talk. So now, the energy, now you listen to me, I listen to you. This is the energy travels. If I very lower, my voice a little up, this is your different frequency. But the Qigong, where the practitioner, they had to get a good training. They travel, they are spirit, they mind, the body energy to you. And the Reiki same too.
Yeah.
So even they touch you, but they have to give a good experience, good spirit energy, and the body energy to you. That's the healing.
So again, that's all different types of energy modalities, Betty, as biofeedback and acupuncture are simply just one of those.
That's very interesting. We're going to learn more with Sandra and Son. We're going to be right back after these commercials. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at NogstromDigitalMedia.com.
You are watching Access TV, broadcasting live from downtown Windsor, from the Windsor Downtown Business Accelerator, and this is Betty on the Go with Betty Gudel. We'll be right back. Don't miss any of our programmings. On Mondays we have the Conversion Report with Mike Thomas. Tuesdays Alcachofas de la Azotea, our Spanish program. Wednesdays Master Care with Nadia Teja Hesham. Thursdays Betty on the Go with Betty Gudel. And Fridays Beyond the Incredible with Lash Nicole. This is Access TV broadcasting live from downtown Windsor, from the Windsor Downtown Business Accelerator 720 LED. And this is Betty on the Go with Betty Gudel. We'll be right back.
I'm Betty Gudel, and you're watching Betty on the Go. We're back with Sandra and Son from Son's Acupuncture and Wellness Center. We're discussing biofeedback. So, what other elements does biofeedback balance?
Well, it's we've had some great results with hormonal imbalance,
Like menopause, perimenopause,
correct.
all those.
Correct, and definitely alternative for those people not wanting to a pharmaceutical approach.
Because you always have side effects with those.
Right, so PMS.
That's a big endometriosis.
Yes.
A lot of people have painful periods.
Yes. Let's see. Stress and anxiety, I guess, panic attacks.
It's very common where a lot of people now are thinking they're having heart attacks because
Because now, so we are overtime work. And it's really stress doing your job.
we never ever shut off anymore.
No.
Yes,
No.
yes.
So it's I guess that's what biofeedback is really known for in the conventional medicine world, is really stress and anxiety, and for people that suffer, because it can be debilitating to their lives. But also we have autism,
Asperger's, in the spectrum.
Yes, we do have a big good news to help people improve study and get a good mark.
Yes.
And
that's-
even there's a few children and school, and they get every time they get a number one, get a really good. The parent are really proud of. And there's a gentleman and got a really good top one in Canada for the job exam. So what we'll do, and but you have to have good foundation. That means you prepare your study based well. But it could be there's a problem. You say, I'm afraid I'm not performing well. So
Anxiety,
we are help you to calm and get you are very smart.
So it can be for increased mental, but also increased physical performance, whether it be someone wanting to improve their golf game, or perhaps you've heard of biofeedback with the European soccer team for enhanced performance. So it can be used for sports, but it really was a wonderful story for the gentleman who had to write an exam, and he was so pleased with the results. He then went on to write his North American license.
Wow.
And did very, very well.
Well, I know when I did have the treatment, there was really no sensation except a little bit of heat, but it was just like a warmth. There wasn't really a heat. It was an hour, but it felt like 10 minutes. If you want to learn more about biofeedback, acupuncture, traditional Chinese medicine, you can go to www.sunsacupuncture.net, and it's right there on our screen. And then after I thought it was 10 minutes, it almost felt like I was going through a little bit of a dream sequence because I was so relaxed. It actually felt like I was halfway between sleeping and like...
Yes, biofeedback, the therapy for the beginning, and we really want you on the alpha, which is very relaxed, and either the theta is a good relaxed program, and so you can receive all we send to you
The frequency.
The frequency beginning. Some, you know what, people come in, they have a hard time to relax. So we have to take a longer minute to relax.
To try and relax them.
try to relax.
So you can get an accurate reading.
Yeah, to relax, and they can be received with what we are coach. Even they say complain, my neck hurt. Okay, sure, your neck hurt, that have a reason. So what reason? It can be concerned your spinal, okay, your vertebrae, or is your muscle, or you have a trauma, or you have whatever, you get a cold, or you sleep in the wrong place. The next day you say, oh, I have to move my neck. So there's so many reasons. The device, when you tell biofeedback, the device will tell us the deeper seating, what? And maybe cause your neck hurt, cause you stress. Think about when you have a stress, where the tension? Your
back, your
back
tummy.
hurt,
Yeah.
and your upper shoulder, yes, and you say my neck is stiff too. Okay, when you have a sinus problem, where it come from? It can come from your neck.
That's
Yes,
interesting.
and your forehead headache can come from your head, your neck too. So there's one symptom you complain can be make a bigger picture to help you to find a root.
There is just, this treatment is really phenomenal. My back, I was having a little bit of lower back pain, and it did feel better, and I was just very, very calm when I left. I could
Wonderful.
have conquered
Very
the world.
pleased to hear, Betty.
So if you want to know more about acupuncture or biofeedback, you can visit Sun's website at www.sunsacupuncture.net.
Thank you.
Thank you.